Hello, David here. Today I want to show you some lights I got from Harbor Freight. Since my floodlight broke, I thought I would try this work light in place of a floodlight. Looks like the packaging is better on the instructions than the work light because this box pretty much fell over. Getting these packages, pretty much need a can opener. And my halogen work light burns about 500 watts, so it's hot and it burns a lot of power. So, plug this thing in. Oh, by the way, this is Harbor Freight item number 66308. This is the solar light I got. It's 69644. It's got 36 LEDs. The only reason why I bought it are for two reasons. One is there were positive reviews from buyers on the Harbor Freight website, and also the other reason is it's got lithium-ion batteries. I don't buy stuff that has NiCads anymore, so we'll get back to that later. Let's try plugging this in. I don't know, should be bright enough. I wonder if it fits on the work stand. Not the work stand, my light stand. Yeah, I can sort of hang it on there. Use it to light the subject. Let's see, here's without the light. There's with the light. It's more focused beam than I thought it'd be. I thought it'd give more of a general light. The solar light I'm going to put up in the shed because there's no electricity to the shed, so we'll work on that later. This light does not have an on-off switch. You got to pull the plug in order to turn it off. Good thing about it is it's pretty cool, so I won't be burning myself anymore. I'll only be burning about 5 watts of energy while I'm using it to work on projects, so I appreciate that aspect. I just mounted the stand. I want you to know that this screw adjustment here, I think if you tighten it too hard, it's going to strip out because the threading for the wing nut stud it's threaded into this tubing, which is a thin wall tubing. If you yank on it too hard, it's going to strip out and you're going to wind up having to put a nut behind it inside the tube. And this is the range of motion. That's about it. So in some applications you might just have to take the bottom stand off and hang it from the hood of the car, or hang it someplace underneath the car, or even in my case I could hang it on one of my light stands. The floodlight's been running for an hour now and it's still cool. That's great. Let's take a look at this solar security light. Instructions. Okay. Mounting hardware. There's the panel. LED panel. That must be the motion sensor right there. Mounting brackets on the back. Here's a solar array. And this plugs into the light to charge the battery. Look how long this wire is. This is great. Hope the light's as strong as this wire tie. Okay, this looks long. Kind of a thin wire. I'm not going to do a how-to on how to set this up because you guys know how to drill holes and mount brackets. But look at that. And I'm not even going to mount this on the outside of the shed. I'm going to put this on the inside of the shed because we have no lights in there. I'm going to mount the solar panel on the outside, of course. And what I'm going to do right now is charge up the battery and come back at night and see how much light it puts out. Well, surprise, surprise, I found an on-off switch on the back, right there. Slide it to the right and it's on. It's charged. I didn't even start charging it yet. Now I've heard if you want it to turn on in the daytime, in other words to have the motion sensor turn it on in the daytime, you have to unplug the lead from the light. So I'm not going to mount it too high that I cannot reach it. So that's the plan anyway. This power cord is 16 feet long. The battery pack is 3.2 volts lithium ion. Detects motion up to 20 feet. Range of motion is 120 degrees. Delay time is 30 seconds. And you're supposed to charge the battery for 8 hours in sunlight before use with the power switch off. So them are the rules. Okay, here's the shed. And I got the solar panel way up at the top right there. Got the wires coming down and they're going into that vent hole right inside the shed, and I've got the mount mounted above the upper corner of the door. And if you notice, there's a range limiter. See how that groove is open on this mount here? And then it's closed down here right at that point. Well, there's a corresponding mark on the mount. See, the mount has that nib at the top. So I think it's designed to stop the swivel if you mount it in that way. So what I plan to do is mounting it upside down. I'm going to have the stop at the top where there's nothing to stop it, and at the bottom there's nothing to stop it too, and I should have more full range of motion. So that's the plan anyway. My idea is working. Look at that swivel there. I have full range of motion and I'm happy about that. Alright, the sun went down and the solar panels were charging for about 3 hours. I'm walking out to the shed. I turned the switch on about 5 minutes ago. So there it is. And I could pretty much see everything in here. Big improvement. So when I leave here, the light's going to stay on for a little while, I think maybe 30 seconds, and then it goes down. See that? Goes down into a lower voltage mode. So it has 2 modes, and it does not have any other settings. You can't set the delay or anything like that. There's just the on-off switch. So I'm satisfied. Thanks for watching.